Colin Jackson, Denise Lewis, here we are at the launch of the Jaguar Academy of Sport, and you two have got a fairly significant role, haven't you?
We certainly have indeed. I think Denise, you're one of the patrons of it.
I am.
And I'm actually an ambassador of it, so I kind of roll around trying to encourage people to be involved, and Denise is like one of the figureheads, and she looks down on me.
Oh, I think that's fair to say. I think we're both in our ways going to encourage and inspire young people, and bursary funds in place, support more young musicians becoming stars.
When you say you're an ambassador, Colin, have you been an ambassador before? It's quite a fancy title, that. Does that mean that you serve out Ferrero Rocher at parties now?
No, I get served them, right? I think for me the most important thing is to be out there, being quite in people's faces and encouraging in youngsters and people who are involved in these youngsters to keep doing well. And we just try and go out there and inspire and motivate, I think, a lot of people. And I've really got to go off what Denise says in the sense of she will identify some of the talent that are out there, and it's kind of my job then to take it the next stage and keep it moving, isn't it? Keep that momentum going.
Well, we have to remember that this is hopefully will be a unique club that young people will want to be involved in. I mean, the names that are involved is incredible. You know, we're standing shoulder to shoulder with some excellent sports stars, many sports, and the young people that are aspiring to be champions will be like, I want to be part of this elite club.
I tell you something, it's long overdue, isn't it? Because I mean, as you two both reach the top of your sport, but you know, goodness knows how much talent is being just unrecognised in this country.
I think every single ambassador or a patron knows exactly what these youngsters who are going to see in the street feel like. You know, we had dreams, we want to achieve these dreams, and this is just one helping hand that can really take them along to fulfil those dreams. I think that's what we all want to do.
Yeah, and I think back to when I was kind of growing up, the first time I received any sort of funding or help, it made such a difference to my confidence, my outlook on what I was doing, where I was going, and it made me more focused. And I thought, I've always believed in myself, but if someone else can as well, then that's just a win-win situation.
Final question for both of you. How come Denise looks younger every time we see her?
The real reason Denise looks younger is because she has better plastic surgery. Simple as that.
Come on, Colin. Good genes and happy. You know, we're in an exciting time of our lives. You know, we've been there, done it, and now we're able to hopefully impart some knowledge on, the future stars. And today is a good day.
Well, I'm very sorry to ask you the same question, Colin. How come you look younger every time we see you? But I'm not a very good liar.
Vanity.
Gareth Edwards, Ian Botham, two of the greats of rugby and cricket, of course. Gentlemen, why are you here in a boutique in London?
Well, first of all, just like to point out that we're just talking over there, we're feeling quite old and ancient in this room with all these young athletes who look very fit. Now, we're here because we're part of the Academy, which we're very proud to be involved with, the best of British, which I think is overdue, and I think that Jaguar taking the initiative is a great move, and one that will benefit a lot of sportsmen and hopefully benefit the country long term.
I mean, Gareth, there must be a lot of lost talent over the years in this country.
There is no question about that. People are always deliberating why we're not achieving things like gold medals at Olympics. Yes, we do have some, but people expect a lot more. And I think a lot of talent is lost because they don't have the financing and the help that's required at a young age. And there's no getting away from it. The more that can go into that period of time, the more successful it will be.
I mean, Ian, we've got the Olympics, we've got hopefully the World Cup, we've got the World Rugby Cup, we've got the World Rugby League, we've got the Commonwealth Games. I mean, it's going to be a big 10 years in this country for sport.
Yeah, you'll have the Ashes in the cricket world coming back. We're down there. There's always a lot of sport in this country, and what we want to do is make it not just sport, but successful sport, because that then rubs off and it goes through the schools. And the one thing I've always said, and I know Gareth would agree with me, is that I'd much rather see kids playing sport and being competitive that way than standing on street corners. And this is one of the things we want to do: make sport available.
I mean, that's a good point, Gareth. It's not just about winning medals, is it?
No, indeed, because I agree with Ian that when you've got kids involved in sport, their minds are occupied, their bodies are occupied, and there is no doubt that these big competitions will only inspire and enthuse these kids and make them want to achieve maybe their own niche in sport. This is what all these tournaments and all these great sporting occasions will do in the next few years.
Now, normally when you two get together, am I right in saying it's on a riverbank?
Well, by choice, yeah. We don't mind the odd game of golf as well, but no, I think both of us, we're getting older, we realise that the river is an easier obstacle to surmount.
We find casting a lot easier.
Slowed it down nowadays.
But of course, we enjoy each other's company as well, and a bit of banter, and there is no doubt, you know, even in fishing, or whether it's golf, or whether it's shooting, we're both still a little competitive, maybe.
Highly, I would say.
I can believe that. Now, for the younger viewers here, of which unfortunately I'm not one of them, Gareth, just very quickly describe what this guy was like next to you.
Well, I mean...
just on the cricket front.
Well, there's no point going through the record book because it's there for people to follow. He was an inspiration to all cricketers, even those who played during the time. There was nothing that Sir Ian, as he is now known as, wasn't able to do, and I think the whole nation looked forward to watching him play. And what's great about him is the fact that he transcended his sport. I didn't play too much cricket, I enjoyed it every now and again, but to watch him bat, bowl and indeed just take the field really was an inspiration to any sportsman.
Well, I mean, there's videos of Ian Botham's fifers and Ian Botham's sixes, but I tell you what, there's also videos, Ian, of some of the great tries ever in rugby, and the fellow next to you features a lot.
Our variants, we could go for that try if you want, which I'm sure you remember as well. I just saw the other day that Shane Williams just beaten Gareth's record, but Gareth was part of one of the best sides that played rugby, and I think that Welsh side, if you want to watch the flowing rugby, just look at some of the old footage there, and it would be an inspiration to a lot of rugby teams now to just see that and watch it. And when you're part of a great team, it's magnificent, but when you're the leader of that great team, and you are the man that sets the standards, with players like Barry John around him, JPR Williams, you're great rugby players, but this guy stood out, and that's why he's here. That's why we want him. That's why we want him part of this, because you want the best. And these are the guys that the kids can look at and see what they've done, and also you can pass on a lot of information that's worth listening to.
Final question, and it's a difficult one. Who's the better golfer?
Not a contest.
He hasn't changed.